What's up guys, welcome back to a brand new video on my YouTube channel. This is going to be the first video in 2017 since I'm uploading this on New Year's Day, but I'm actually filming this right now on New Year's Eve. I also wanted to say that I hope everyone had a great year and hopefully 2017 will be the same, if not better. I've got my iPad here with the photo that I posted, asked me some questions instead. But yeah, I posted this an hour ago and I've got 43 questions now, so that's a pretty good amount, so let's get right into the video. Alright, so the first question is by Jordan Great X, and he said, who inspired you to start scootering? Now, if we're looking at professional scooter riders, they never actually inspired me to start scootering because obviously I didn't know them before I started. But if we're looking at who actually inspired me, it's probably got to be people at the skate park, because I used to do BMXing and skating. And I saw this scooter guy and he did like a 360 flat. So I was like, well, obviously now I wouldn't be like, whoa, because a 360, like, it's easy. But back then I thought it was amazing. My brother, he actually got a scooter before me, so he could be an inspiration too. Once I saw people scootering and my brother scootering as well, I thought I'd try it myself, so I actually got a mag gear and headed down to skate park, and I really enjoyed it, stuck at it. Yeah, that's how I got into scootering basically. Okay, so the next question is by Joseph Day with 2 A's on the day. He said, why are your bars so small? Now, it's all personal preference to be honest with how tall you want your bars and stuff like that, but I would have them a bit higher, but when I actually bought them just standard off Skate Hut, and that's how tall they came, so I've just been riding like that and I got used to them. So Harry_Grovacy, I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, but he said favourite skate park. Now there's only one skate park which actually stands out to me which I've ridden, and that's got to be Adrenaline Alley. But if we're going like favourite skate park which I actually want to ride, that would be like Woodward or something like that in America, because all the parks in America or even Australia, they're just absolutely crazy. But then there's other skate parks which I like to ride, such as Ramp 1 in Warrington. That park looks absolutely insane, but yeah, it's just to travel and stuff getting there. But yeah, overall definitely Adrenaline Alley. Miller_Charlie, well, he's got 2 or 3 underscores in the middle of his name. He said, best trick you have landed. Now, if we're looking back on my bearings edit, it's got to be the cape and flip to late whip, which was the banger of that edit. If you don't know what a cape and flip is, it's basically a whip front skill with a finger whip, and Cape and Funk invented this. So you kind of do a finger whip with the opposite hand and then a whip front scooters and then late whip. But if you don't do scootering, obviously you're not going to understand what I'm saying right now, but for all you scooter peeps out there. And then if we're going other best tricks I've landed, probably like a triple footless or 7 tail whips, or even I did a nut front scooter whip to bar, but they were to resi, but I'm still really happy on them. Some of the tricks which were landed from my edit, I'm not going to say, but I'm really stoked on some of them. They're probably some of my best tricks as well. Footballer Fawn said, what is your favourite trick? Now, I don't have a certain trick which is my favourite, but I do have a few tricks which I do quite a lot. They're probably my favourite ones. So, buttercup airs, inward airs, footlesses, or whip bar combos. Okay, so next question is by Kayla with 3 A's, 2110, and she said, when do you start skating? Now, I don't actually do skating, I do scootering, but a lot of people tend to get mixed up anyway, so don't worry. I've actually been scootering for 4 years and 8 months now, which is nearly 5 years. The reason I remember that is because I started scootering the day it was my birthday, and I got a scooter that day, so it makes sense. Callum_Shim with 2 M's, he said, what's the country you would most like to visit? Now, this is a tricky one because obviously it costs so much to go to them, but America, Australia, or New Zealand. Blaine_WYS said, why did you start YouTube, and will you still be doing it if YouTube is around? I don't really have a reason why I started YouTube, but I've always been into like filming and editing. YouTube is a great way to upload my content and it gets people involved. It just motivates me to make loads of videos, and that's a good thing because like it says in the other bit, will you still be doing YouTube if it's around? I will still be doing YouTube, maybe not with scootering, but other things. Yeah, because I want to get like a media job. YouTube is really helping me with that because I can practice my editing and stuff consistently, and that's why I make so many videos. So I would definitely recommend, if you enjoy filming stuff, just start YouTube because you'll love it the second you start it. Right, it's going to be quite hard to pronounce, but RXXS._, he said, how long have you been riding and who sponsored you? Now, like I said, I've been riding nearly 5 years, and who sponsored you? I'm sponsored by a clothing company called Bearings with a Z on the end instead of an S. G.Well7 said, what is your dream sponsor? Now, I don't really have a dream sponsor because I just ride for fun pretty much. If I had to pick, it'd be a big company like Apex or Grip, because that would just be sick to be honest. Ross.WYS said, have you ever considered being cool? Now, I don't even need to answer that, like, come on, I already am cool. Alright, this is another long name, it's XX_Megan Daisy_XX, and and she said, what is your dream career? It's something to do with media, but definitely like a filmmaker, like the editing or filming, but like anything technical to do with media basically. But then going outside of that kind of career, obviously YouTube, that'd be such a career, or scootering as well, like becoming pro scootering. Dane BMX1 said, are you ever going to flip? So like he means a backflip. Now I really don't know, like am I actually going to do a flip one day? I'm not sure, because there is a foam pit to charge, but I just never bother going there, and even if I do go and try it, I just get so scared just flipping it, so I'm not sure. Little_Brad T said, if you could get sponsored by anyone, who would it be? Well, I've already answered that question. Casey Kelly 3, she said, what would you do if you hit 1 million subscribers? Now the chances of that happening are like 0.1%, but if it did, I would be absolutely amazed. That would obviously be my job if I hit that many subscribers. That would just be insane. I'd literally be so happy if that happened, but even if I hit like 10k, that would be insane to me. Another long one, Alfie with 2 L's _HH_11. He said, can you flip bar, or what's your favourite trick? Now, like I said, I can't even backflip, so also can't backflip bar spin, but I would. If I could backflip, I reckon I could do like a backflip bar or tail whip, something like that. And favourite trick, that's already been answered. _WYS.M_ said, what is your dream sponsor and what are your favourite bars? Like I said, I don't have a dream sponsor, and favourite bars, they've got to be Apex, because they're just so strong and they last long, really good design to it, so yeah, Apex bars. Josh Coleman_ said, how did you meet Joe Davison? Now, if you don't know who Joe is, he's like my best riding mate, and we've been riding together about 3 years now. I met him at Charge Arena, but I'm pretty certain it's Charge which I met him. Yeah, I just kept riding there and we became friends from there. This is another very confusing one. 1I4M_5T0N3. You probably want to change your name to like Liam Stone. But anyway, he said, how do you know Josh Jackson? Well, I've known him throughout like the whole of high school. In that video, that's the only time we've actually like gone outside of high school together. Prev_HD said, when will you learn flips? I don't know, mate. I really don't know. M4TTY_B_12. Guys, come on, like change your names. That's so confusing. How long have you been riding? I've already answered that. Finn_Bream said, what are your other hobbies? I don't really have any proper hobbies outside of scootering. That's like the main thing to me. But obviously filming and editing is another thing to me. But I relate that to scootering. Apart from that, probably like skiing or something. But obviously you have to go on holiday for that. So it's quite hard to ski all the time, obviously. I've only been about 5 times. But yeah, I haven't got any proper hobbies apart from scootering. JBR Media_12 said, do you think you'll ride in 2020? If I think about that, I'll be, wait, oh my god, this is maths, guys. I'm good at maths, I've got a B in maths. So I'll be 21 in 2020. I don't see why I wouldn't keep riding. Like, people say like, oh, scootering, you grow out of it and like you'll be too old for it. But I don't see what's wrong with it. Even if you're like 30, I mean, this guy called Scooter Daddy's 35, he scooters. I'm definitely never going to give up scootering until I like can't actually scooter anymore. Callum Wainwright 15 said, what's your favourite video you have ever made? It's probably going to be my edit, like my bearings one, but then it could also be the America vlogs. That was so much fun, like vlogging when I was in America. It could also be the abandoned buildings, like the recent ones, the explorer ones. I'm definitely going to do more of them because I've actually had so much fun making them. Even like the editing, watching it back, it's just great. Jordan Spooner_ said, who's your favourite street rider? I'm not too sure like on the names of street riders. Probably like John Devrier. I'm not sure how you pronounce his name, but like John Devrian or something. I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but he's really good. And then probably like Brandon James and Jack Douth. Like he started up a YouTube channel that's really sick, like watching him vlogging and stuff. Diego_Scoot said, what's your favourite part to ride? Well, obviously Adrenaline Alley. I haven't got much longer, so I'm going to go through a few more of these questions. Well, I've only got a few left anyway, so J4CK_136 said, what's the best trick you can do? Now, I said earlier, like the enough front scooter whip bar, 3-quad bar and stuff like that, so yeah, just look at my Instagram and you'll see most of my best tricks. I'm working on my new edit at the moment, so I don't really want to give away any of the tricks that I've done on that so far. Thomas with 2 S's, Howard said, how long have you been riding? We've already answered that. He also said, what was your first sponsor? Well, I was sponsored by MX and Micro, but it was only like voting for that. They didn't really choose me, I just got voted for, so that wasn't really like a proper sponsor, but my first proper sponsor is Bearings with Z in the end. I've only had one proper sponsor, which is Bearings. Last question is, what is your goal in YouTube? Now, I haven't really got a set goal for this. Like, I'm not saying, oh, I want to aim for 100k subs. If that happens, then it happens, but if it doesn't, it doesn't. Next goal is going to be 2k, like I said in the competition, 2k, and then 3k I'll be, and then 4k, 5k, 10k, etc. So yeah, I just want to keep growing as much as possible and just try and get as far as possible with it. This is an interesting one. Underscore OW3N underscore 16 underscore said, what's your favourite outdoor park but Normo? Probably like actually Saffron Mall or something. That's like really good. They got 3 massive bowls and it's just quite nice. But then also Bury St Edmunds skate park's really good. Indoors are my favourite. Outdoors probably like Bury St Edmunds. I've only been there once though, but I've got to get back there. Like, oh, that's such a sick park. Bury St Edmunds or Saffron Mall probably. Hey underscore it's underscore Nemo24, he asked, what's your favourite trick? Well, I've already answered that one. D.Wilson.D said, have you broken any bones while scootering or outside of scootering? Nope, I've broken no bones. I mean, I smashed my teeth, then front 2 in half, but that's not a bone, so nah, I've broken no bones. Alfie3 Gaming 123 said, what's your favourite trick? That's already been answered. Harvey.999 said, who have you met that are pro scooter riders? Now, to be honest, there's too many to name, because I've been to events such as Scoot Fest. I've been there like 3 years in a row now, and there's so many pro riders there, especially the one like 2 years ago. I think it was at Rush, but there was so many pro riders there. Liam underscore Powley underscore said, what cheap but good camera do you recommend? Now, I'm not the best at asking like camera makes stuff to buy because I haven't got that much knowledge in that area. I've got the 600D, but the 700D, that's about 400, let's say. I'm not really sure if you're going lower than that because it wouldn't really be a great camera if so. And then if you're going like Nikon or something, I'm not sure at all about them. FT.Ryan with 3N said, why did you start YouTube? That's already been answered. So I've answered all of them. Now I'm going to quickly move over to Facebook. I've got about 3 or 4 comments on this. Jonas Vick, he said, favourite trick at the moment? It's just got to be whip bar combos, I would say, or like late bar combos. Another thing he said, alright, so another question by him was, what influenced you to start making videos? I've always liked making videos. People who influenced me for like vlogging is Casey Neistat. Now he's quit vlogging. When he did it, it was so sick to watch him. Like all his vlogs were so good. But for like edits kind of thing, for like Ginelk Media or Liam Mars, well, he doesn't make edits for scooters anymore, but he does for cars, and that's really sick. But then the main scooter one is like Mike Alford. Huge shout out to you. Like his videos, all of them are so good. So you definitely got to check out him. But yeah, he's a huge influence to me. The last and final question is by Cameron Greer. He said, are there going to be any more abandoned videos? Shout out to Pappy. Now, I definitely do want to make more abandoned videos. I mean, you could even come with us. I mean, like you're a good mate of mine, so you could come with us. Yeah, I definitely want to make more of them because they were great fun. Probably like the most fun thing I've actually made. Yeah, I was just thinking of where to go and how to get them and stuff. Yeah, I definitely will be making more of them. Alright guys, so I'm going to finish this video here. I really hope you enjoyed. Now if you haven't already, make sure to enter that competition because I'll be announcing the winner at 2k subscribers. I can't believe it, we've already hit 1.1k subscribers. Now that's insane and it means the world to me, like how far I've gotten with YouTube. So we can only keep growing I guess in the future. Bring on 17 and I'll catch you in the next video.